Camino. Hi there, I'm Maureen from Stenhousemuir, and in 2014 I realised an ambition to walk the Camino Francis from the French side of the Pyrenees, starting from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago de Compostela, a distance of some 500 miles. Essentially, I was walking by myself, but many others are doing the same route, so I found people grouped and regrouped all the time. I met 3 other women the first evening, and together for the second day we walked uphill, though on that day we passed into Spain and descended to the famous monastery at Roncesvalles. The third day was the most difficult of the entire 500 miles. It was descending on what was effectively a dry riverbed of boulders, treacherous in that they moved and could, and did cause injuries easily, but not to me. The entire route falls into 3 main sections, and in the first section, a highlight is Hemingway's famous bull-running, beautiful Pamplona, and ends in the magnificent city of Burgos. I had lost my original companions by that point because they all walked faster than I. But then I met another woman who walked even more slowly than I did. She and I bumped into each other several times en route, partly because I had at least 1 day off a week, and so she could overtake me. I spent time in Burgos sending parcels of clothes home or on to Poste Restante in Santiago de Compostela. Despite all the advice warning not to carry too much, I had managed it. The middle stage between Burgos and Leon is comparatively flat compared to the start, but no day is without a hill to climb. Nevertheless, it has some amazing places, including the halfway town of Sahagun. Leon is lovely too for a city. It has a stunning cathedral, but also it's full of fountains. Sadly, my last remaining aunt, aged 102, died just before I got there, so I spent several days there as I had been asked to write something for her funeral. The final stretch takes the walker through Astorga with its beautiful Bishop's Palace by Gaudi, Ponferrada with its castle, and then over more mountains into the region of Asturias. I caught up with the slow walker, Anne, again, and together we climbed to Os-Cerebril, to a hostel with a pilgrim statue and a bull. From there we headed to Tracastella, where Anne had to stay because she had infected blisters. I made my own way to Sarria via Samos and across a man-made lake at Portomatron and on to Santiago. It was a wonderful experience, and I had not one blister because my leather boots fitted like gloves before I started, since I had spent almost a year training for this walk. In Santiago, pilgrims need to show their pilgrim passports before they will get their official certificate stating that they have completed the Camino. A pilgrim collects stamps daily at the hostels they are staying, but also at eating places and other places of interest on the way. Each stamp is different. Arriving in Santiago, I felt conflicted. It was wonderful to have arrived, but I would have liked to continue, at least as far as Finisterre.